Record. Here we go. All right. Do we see a record?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, hi everyone. I'm so happy that you could all join us. My name is Shannon LaMarche. I am the owner and luxury travel advisor at Premier Luxury Travel. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to this awesome pickleball trip idea. We just threw this together last week because I've been doing some fundraiser trips for other charities. And, you know, I know that 2020 has just been a really crazy year and fundraising is down all over the place. So, and I just thought, well, why couldn't I do, you know, our pickleball group has said, you know, let's go on a trip. And so I thought, well, I could do this, and, you know, I'm doing it for other people. So why not do it for G.A.M.E? Because I just love Taylor. I think the world of her, and I really believe in her cause. And I mean, what's better than to marry travel and pickleball with, you know, supporting a wonderful organization. So that's what I'm about. I'm your culinary travel expert, and I help people experience the best of a destination through food, wine, and culture. So Club Med is a French company. So there's your culture, and they have awesome food, and I'm sure there's wine. So, I mean, I'm in.
And they have 16 pickleball courts, P.S.
Yeah, well, we'll use 5 of them. So anyway, I just wanted to welcome you and just kind of give you a rundown of what we're going to be doing tonight. I'm going to let Taylor, most of you know her, hopefully all of you know her, and she's going to just kind of give you a brief rundown of what G.A.M.E is about and why we're doing this and why this is so important. And then I will hand the floor over to Arian Lewis, who is my rep at Club Med, and she'll tell you a little bit about Club Med as a company and the particular property that we will be traveling to. And then I'll wrap it up with details about the specific trip. Sound good? All right. So new share. Here is.
Oh, there's Chalmers. Hi, Chalmers.
There we go.
Hey.
How are you? Say hi to everybody else. Everybody, this is Chalmers. She's the chairman of the G.A.M.E board, and she's also a new pickleball lover.
Hi, Chalmers.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so
we're sharing.
There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Can you see that? All right. So Taylor, the floor is yours.
Okay. Am I seeing slides or anything, or
do you not see that?
No.
Okay.
I see Cindy. Do I need to do something with my screen?
No.
Shared content. Oh, yes, I do. I see it.
Do you see it?
Does everybody else see that says
Yes.
G.A.M.E?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So many of you guys know a lot, or something at least, about G.A.M.E. Hi, Bobby and Sheila. Oh, they have the hi. So we, you know, as most of you know, we started this 501c3 technically last year. We've been working on it for a few years, but we teach a social emotional learning curriculum that's based on adverse childhood experiences to children and their families in under-resourced areas of our community in Memphis, and with our goal being to expand nationally with our program eventually. So we were working on like we were teaching, we were busy teaching our classes, and then COVID hit, obviously. And so we've bobbed and weaved, and we've gotten creative. And one of the things that we intended to do this year was do a good bit of fundraising. Obviously, we have a grant from a foundation in Memphis, but we have several sustainability verticals, but we have to continue to be able to make sure that we can continue to spread the not only just the joy of pickleball, but our actual curriculum. And so one of the ways we do that is through fundraising, but we couldn't have our big tournament, and we were able to have a big party we were going to have here. And so we've had conversations with people about how we can do that on a smaller scale. And this is how we had this conversation, Shannon and I did. But as far as G.A.M.E goes, what the donation that goes along with this trip will go toward helping us on a macro level that being able to, this is kind of the next slide. How do I get to the next slide? I wonder.
Oh, sorry.
So do I click it?
There you go.
Okay. So as you can read through these little bubbles, or I like to think of them as pickleballs, you can understand more about what we're doing. We want to be able to go to the community. We want to be able to offer this intergenerational class, focusing on relational development. As you all know, we've experienced that in pickleball a considerable amount as far as our own personal selves, but being able to give that experience and that learning experience to others is what we want to do, obviously. Working with that 0 to 5 age group where the ACEs and the brain development are critical, or the negative impact on brain development are critical. That's kind of our focus, along with an adult caregiver in their life, so that we are building that, strengthening that relationship, and we're helping the adults. I mean, ACEs negative impact of ACEs has been proven to be reversible, or less impactful if there is an acknowledgement of whatever the ACEs may be. And there is a proof that, and there's research that shows that these have an impact on people physically as well as emotionally and psychologically and mentally. So we have proof of heart disease and other things that are related. So in conjunction with this learning piece, obviously we have the physical activity piece, and that's a really important part of our program and sets us apart from other, what we call this as a sort of a non-traditional therapy, basically. And so being able to support this is what we're doing on a macro level. Like I said, we want to expand outside of our community and share this curriculum with others and train people to teach it. There's only one of me. And so that's taking a lot of our energy right now, so that as soon as somebody says, go, you can go back to that school, you can go back to that universal parenting place, you can go back to that Boys and Girls Club, that we're ready. And then sort of more on and we have conversations going with larger organizations as well, so that when they say go, we can go. And then on a more micro level right now, we've been putting in courts at people's houses, and we're in lots of conversations with the different local communities about being able to go in and stripe a court somewhere in Binghamton or Smoky Klondike or wherever in our community, in anyone's community, where we can jump in, start a pickleball community neighborhood program, and then layer in all the social emotional piece as well. So that's our mission. That's what we've been doing. That's what we want to get back to doing. And that's where we need your help. So, and that's part of, obviously how we came upon trying to plan this trip, because it's a win-win. I think it's going to be so much fun. And then, so the next slide, I think, shows you a little bit about the curriculum. So we take each letter of the word. Oh, no, this is a little bit about ACEs. So I wasn't sure how familiar everybody is with ACEs, but this is the basis of where our research and how we kind of built our program around understanding what happens to the nervous system when a child experiences frequent toxic stress. And so we all have ACEs. Sorry, my watch is talking to me. We all have ACEs. And we rate the ACEs on a scale of 1 to 10. There's a quiz that we give our participants. And then that could be anything from, an alcoholic parent or someone in the home who's an addict, to any number of other things. Oh, I'm sorry, Shannon, the curriculum one's not in here, but what we do is it doesn't matter. We take each letter of the word pickleball and we break them down into those lessons. So P for participation. If you don't participate in life, you don't take risks, you don't have a very fulfilling life. But with risks comes failure, and how do we manage that? Then impulse, we talk about impulse control. C, serve and return communication. K, kindness, things like that. And those conversations are going a really long way, both with the children and the adults. The last slide, if you don't mind going back to it, Shannon, just shows you some of our programming and some of the people that we've been working with and some of the organizations that we're involved in, going in and throwing up our nets wherever. We've been in a classroom, we've been in a cafeteria, we've been in a gym. That's one of the beauties of pickleball, as many of you know as well. It's accessible and it's reasonable from a financial standpoint to be able to, and we have wonderful sponsorships through HEAD and other partnerships locally as well as nationally to help us be able to do this. But you can see here, there's Bobby Hudson right there. We have been involved with Sesame Street and some of the stuff that they are doing as far as ACE awareness and relational development. And we have young, we have old, we teach 3, 4, and 5-year-olds in one of the preschools. And then we've been in, and I had another slide that had more pictures, but I can send y'all some more information as well. But I don't know how many minutes that's been, Shannon, but GAME, it stands for Group Activities Meaningful to Everyone. Ultimately, if we can apply this to other activities, that is also part of our goal because we think we can apply it to any sport, and we know we can. Pickleball works really well as a alternative therapy for anyone, for me, for you, and for the people you see in these pictures. So, later, if you have questions about GAME or you would like to know more, we have a really nice white paper we've put together that I'm happy to email to you. But we want to keep this program going. It's really important. It's been really impactful. And so long-term, we're planning for many, many years of GAME. And the actual program itself is called Pickleball with Purpose. The 501c3 is GAME, but our class is called Pickleball with Purpose. So we want to keep Pickleball with Purpose around for a long time. And we want to share some of that with y'all on the courts at Club Med.
Awesome. Thanks, Taylor.
Thank you.
Yeah, for enlightening us. I'm going to stop screen sharing now. And I am, Arian, are you controlling your screen? Yes, you are. Okay, cool.
One brief second, y'all, and we will go from here. So thank you all so much for attending this evening. And, I really appreciate Shannon for being such an awesome partner of Club Med and just saying, hey, I have this really great, awesome opportunity of, have you heard of pickleball? Do you think we could get a group together? I'm like, sure, why don't we try it? And I think this is fantastic. And Taylor, thank you for telling me more about this, because I actually was not Shannon and I had talked about it a little bit before, but I think GAME is truly an incredible opportunity, and I think it really actually goes to strive to everything that Club Med really truly stands for. So I appreciate that, and I think this is definitely going to be a great opportunity. But for those of you, I just want to welcome you all to Club Med. And with that, Club Med, we're a global brand. We have 70 different all-inclusive resorts. I have the Maldives behind me. This is where I'd like to be during a pandemic right now. But that's okay. You've got plenty of options with Club Med because we are all-inclusive. We're on 5 out of the 7 different continents with 70 different resorts to go and choose from. Today, we're going to talk about Florida. But when you actually think back to the history of who Club Med is, we came up with this really wild and crazy idea of, how about if we actually had an all-inclusive resort, and we initially had started back in 1950, and we were going into unknown destinations and really doing toe testers, and we have continued to evolve and expand. And everybody always asks, when there's new competition coming in, what are some things that Club Med is different for? Well, the good news is that we're all inclusive. We're in the best locations. We're in pioneer destinations, and we're still continuing to going into new destinations that people haven't heard of or necessarily discovered as of yet. It's kind of like a great kept secret. And then we've got great childcare from 4 months old through 17 years old. So there's something for everyone to do, because we know sometimes it is hardest to please teenagers when they're on vacation. So we truly can appreciate and can appease all age groups. And then our overall Club Med atmosphere as well. So what is necessarily all-inclusive? For those of you that have not gotten a chance to experience an all-inclusive resort, it's knowing that your hospitality, your food, your beverage, your accommodations, your kids clubs, all the sports and activities. We have 60 different non-motorized and motorized water sports as well. Your nightly entertainment. We can also, Shannon can obviously help you out with booking all of this, but also flights and transfers. And then because we are all inclusive and we are a global brand, we also do have all-inclusive ski in Europe and Asia that of course you can always inquire about later on. We do have that available, but we do, the things that would be additional costs is golf lessons, spa, and then we also do have room service, excursions, and then some of our kids clubs are additional costs as well. So when you think about the different sports and activities, you know, there's a lot of things about Club Med that I truly love. You know, I have to say within the different sports and activities, you know, think about if there was ever a time that you wanted to go try and learn how to do certain things, like, you know, whether it's pickleball or whether you wanted to learn how to do kite surfing or doing the flying trapeze, or you know, if you want to learn how to do paddleboarding or archery, it's all those things of how you can go and improve upon it. But we like to call it our must-try experiences, things that will lead you to that excitement. It's kind of that nerve-wracking moment of, oh no, what am I doing? Am I doing it right? But also having that moment of getting a chance to have that same feeling like other like-minded people and getting a chance to try those things for the first time is so fantastic when you get a chance to go and stand up on the paddleboard for the very first time, and or gaining your first game point with doing a pickleball. You know, it's all those things that makes you feel really great about yourself, but also it's fun, it's exciting. It might be a new hobby that you pick up in the long run too. But you know, all the different sports and activities that we include is fantastic, and there's no additional cost involved. But the people that really make it come all together is our great organizers. We know them as our GOs at the resorts, and then our great members are you, our guests that come and stay at Club Med. You know, our great organizers, they are fun-loving, passionate, multicultural, professionals. I will tell you that we actually employ over 120 different countries globally. And with that, I will tell you, I personally met Ramon when I went to go stay at Club Med Cancun a year ago when I first started with Club Med. And Ramon was just so sweet, instantly welcomed me to the village and showing me around where everything was, and you know, letting me know who other people were at the resort. I got a chance to meet Sydney, who had worked in the groups department, but then in the evening she'd worked entertainment. But what was great to see was the different staff members. They were constantly moving throughout different parts of the resort. So I saw Sydney had worked in entertainment one night. Then the next night I saw Ramon work in entertainment. Then I saw him work in our food and beverage department. So they're constantly moving throughout the resorts, but they also know the heartbeat of how everything works. And everyone's so friendly, and they really want to learn more about you and your overall experience of those must-try experiences that you've had. Whether it was the first time you got a chance to learn how to play pickleball, or if it was getting a chance to go and try, you know, wakeboarding or water skiing, all those times that you get a chance to do things like that. So when you arrive to Club Med on February 25th, we're going to welcome you with a glass of, you know, any beverages that you like. So because we are all inclusive, and, you know, you'll have your chance to go settle in, just arrive at the resort, kick back, relax. And then you'll also have a welcome cocktail that evening. And we're going to welcome you to Club Med Sandpiper Bay in Florida. It's about 45 minutes away from West Palm Beach International Airport. It is located right on Port St. Lucie River. What's great about that is that, you know, you can have the best of both worlds. The resort is located right on a river, but you're only about 15 minutes away from Jensen Beach if you want to have a true beach day, and you're only about 3 miles away from Stewart if you want to have other restaurants or other things to go and experience though too. But what I will say, it's great about Club Med.
Okay, what Braden is just, he's just now.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries, all good. With Sandpiper Bay, what is fantastic about the resort, it is the only all-inclusive resort in the United States. So, you know, if you ever wanted to just kick back, relax, get away for a few days, this is a great resort to go do so. We have 16 new pickleball courts that we've just added in. This is great for groups and for families. Excuse me, this is just such a fantastic resort to just kick back and relax. So whether you want to go play on our golf course on site, if you want to go and play with if you want to get a chance, which I know throughout your schedule, I think on the 26th and 27th, you'll have a little bit of free time to go and try different other types of Club Med sports and different activities throughout the resort. I will tell you all, if you get a chance, make sure that you download the My Club Med app. It's got like our three little pillars or three little swords on there. What's great about it is our actual app will tell you about all of the list of activities of what we have going on throughout the resort, whether it's waking up and doing water aerobics at 6:30 in the morning, then maybe grabbing a bite to eat, then followed by maybe a yoga session in the morning. It's up to making it as how active or inactive you want to make your actual overall vacation experience with us. But there's plenty of things you can go and do. Of course, you know, whether it's playing tennis or beach volleyball or trying out the L'Occitane Spa, or going to the adults only pool and just kicking back and relaxing over the Port St. Lucie River. There is something for everyone. Right where we're located, it's kind of like a little cove inside of the river there. It's just a fantastic area. You would never believe that we're actually located on a river for how wide the river is actually located. But just steps away, of course, we do have jacuzzi, and then there's a bar, so you don't have to go too far to grab a drink of your choice, of course, too. And then I just love this because you get a chance to go and take out the Hobie Cats or paddle boards, or if you even want to go paddle boarding. But this is definitely a nice little beach area. Just kind of kick back and relax. And then if you're thinking about bringing the kids, of course, this is a great location. We've got a great little splash park for kids too. Or if you want to even try yoga, there is something for everyone, truly, at the end of the day. I know that y'all are going for pickleball, and I think this is going to be a fantastic opportunity for you. Just right where we're located, it's right in between the lagoon and our, you know, at Club Med Sandpiper Bay. This is just a really great area to just truly kick back and learn, and you guys are going to have a fantastic time. Couple of things that I do want to go over with y'all. During the pandemic, I know it's been an extraordinarily interesting time, to say the least. And, you know, how are all the resorts and how is everybody reacting to all of this being said? Back in the very beginning of the pandemic, because Club Med is a global all-inclusive resort chain, we had opened up. China and Japan were our first two countries we'd actually opened up of our resorts, but we had hired a group of scientists to see what this was going to look like moving forward and how we were going to be able to move forward from a global resort chain standpoint. And so what we ask is that our staff, you know, our staff will go and wear masks. We also ask the guests when they're in an enclosed space. So if you're in, you know, an enclosed area like the front desk and you're just checking in, we ask that you wear a mask. When you'll also find that our staff will be wearing gloves if they're cleaning anything or if they're around any food or anything like that. We've added in additional hand sanitizers throughout the resort. So, you know, you're constantly knowing that everything will be cleaned 24/7. So no worries. It'll be the cleanest it's ever been. Not that it wasn't clean before, but it's truly the cleanest it's ever been. You'll also find that we do have markings on the ground to actually promote the social distancing between chairs and, you know, things like that. We've reduced the capacity at the resort. So the resort is actually operating at 65%. And then with our kids clubs, we've also reduced the capacity. So with our kids clubs, normally we have about what's an average with our different age groups, about 20 kids in each age group. So now we've eliminated that to 8 to 10 kids at our kids clubs. And we ask that, you know, if mom and dad are bringing their kids to their kids club, we just ask that y'all will, you know, one parent, like, you know, drops off and picks up their child throughout the day as well. Keep in mind, we do have a doctor and a nurse available 24/7 at the resort, and we are taking temperatures upon arrival and then randomly throughout your stay as well. I know a lot of people have always asked me of how are we handling the buffets, because we do have Marketplace is where we actually go and have our buffet. So instead of you having to go utilize all different types of utensils and picking up things, we actually have plated food ready to go so you can grab and go. We've extended our hours of operations at our buffet as well. So, you know, you have plenty of different options of, you know, if you come in between breakfast and lunch, good news, you've got brunch, but no worries, you've got plenty of things to go and choose from. What I also will say is that we've just hired in a chef that was from Walt Disney World to Club Med Sandpiper Bay. Our food is outstanding. Of course, we're so well known for our food and our drinks. That's something that we've always stood out for, but you are in great hands there as well. But this also gives a chance for our staff to also be more creative with the culinary style that they're putting down on the food as well too. So definitely a fantastic overall factor. And then we also have Riverside, which is our a la carte restaurant on premises as well. So really great if you want, steak, lobster, chicken, or whatever you're looking for dinner for an a la carte, more upscale type evening. Of course, you do have that available for the group for y'all too. So if you guys have any other additional questions, or any other travel concerns, make sure that you reach out to Shannon. She is unbelievable and super awesome. She's going to make sure she takes great care of y'all with any of your travel needs. Like I said, Club Med, we're a global chain. We can't wait to welcome you to Club Med Sandpiper Bay in Florida. Otherwise, I'm going to kick it back over to Taylor to be respectful of time here. So thank you guys all so much for coming in. We appreciate your support.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to let Shannon take over from here and tell everybody about the awesome itinerary we have planned. Thank you so much, Amy.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. And Taylor, I really think that all of our sports and activities are really going to work out well for G.A.M.E and everything else that y'all have too. So
I think the overall wellness, everybody, right now it's so critical for everyone to feel connected and to be active as much as possible and to be able to feel like they're taking care of themselves as well as their families and other people. And so as far as overall wellness goes, I know we're all on the same page, and I'm super, super excited about the opportunity to be there. Thank you for everything.
Absolutely. We can't wait to have y'all there. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, definitely. Can everybody see my screen? It's back to the pink.
Yep.
Everybody see it? Okay, awesome. Okay, so you're wondering, what is this weekend gonna look like? We're going from Thursday to Sunday, so a nice little extended weekend. So what we've got planned for you is on Thursday, you'll arrive at the resort. Check-in time is at 4, and I think, Ariane, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can check in anytime between 4 and 8.
Correct. Yes, that is
Okay.
the check-in time. So you're right.
But you're gonna wanna be there early, as close to 4 as you can, because you want to check in, get settled, unpack, and then we're going to have a welcome cocktail party with hors d'oeuvres at 6. And well, it might be 5:30. It just depends. This is tentative, obviously, so we'll nail down all those details. But then we'll go to dinner afterwards, and then we will wake up not so bright and early, but in the morning on Friday. We're going to have a 3-hour clinic. And Taylor, tell everyone about the pro that you have secured for this clinic.
So we a good friend and pro player and high level instructor named Sarah Ansberry is going to join us. She is out of Hilton Head, South Carolina, and was kind of one of the first on the scene as far as pickleball goes, and certainly as far as professional pickleball goes. She has works for the professional pickleball registry as well, and does the certifications, certified me to be a clinician to certify other people how to teach pickleball. She has a lot of experience teaching. She's a former tennis player and teaching tennis pro as well. And she's really interesting. She's got an interesting story. She's got aces like the rest of us. And she's really done very well and achieved a lot. So I think she's inspiring as well as very, very knowledgeable and a freaking awesome pickleball player. So there's so many great people out there teaching pickleball now, but Sarah brings a lot to us, I think. So we're excited about it.
We're really lucky to have her. So between her and Taylor, we are in great hands. And so after the clinic, you'll have a chance to hang out with all of them and hang out by the pool with cocktails. We'll have a little lunch. You can pick their brains, ask any questions you want. And then in the afternoon, you are free to enjoy whatever. If you want to go to the spa, go to the spa. Ariane, correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand the golf course right now is temporarily closed. So I'm hoping that it's open by then, but I know there's golf courses nearby too. So let's say you want to play, but your +1 is not a pickleball player. No problem. They can come and they can enjoy the resort activities. There's, like Ariane says, there's tons of stuff to do. and we will only play pickleball for part of the day, and then you can hang out with them the rest of the time. So
But certainly the courts would be available if anybody wants to go back and play in the afternoon, just among the group.
Yeah, and just to follow up with y'all, so the golf course, so the golf course is technically open at this moment, but we're doing it to do the driving range, so you can go and test out your drive, and then we're doing actual golf lessons on the golf course. The Saints is who we're actually working with to go and play rounds of golf. It's only 5 minutes like down the road from Club Med Sandpiper Bay. Great course, but it'd still be whatever the additional cost would be as if you were doing an excursion or anything else like that too. But the Saints golf course, I personally have gone and played around. It's definitely great. And the people and the staff there are fantastic. It's just with the pandemic, we just figured it made most sense and we could work out a partnership with them for now. So definitely a good way, but you guys have plenty of activities and things. Make sure that you download that My Club Med app, because that'll tell you things of what to pack for theme nights. And then just all the list of activities. So that afternoon when you guys are free, if you want to go, you have that unlimited amount of time, whether it's going golfing or if you want to go and try different like flying trapeze. It's up to you what y'all want to do. It's your vacation.
I want to try that trapeze. That sounds like fun.
Springtime, right?
Yeah. Okay. And so we'll wake up. I'm assuming that obviously dinner's on your own and it's all included. So just eat when and where you want and with whom you want, etc. But 10 a.m. We're not going to get you up at the crack of dawn. You've got sleeping in and breakfast at your leisure. But 10 a.m. will be our special clinic for a couple hours. We'll break for lunch. And 2 to 5, we'll have a round robin fun tournament with some prizes. And that'll be match play. And then at 6, we will have our closing dinner with the tournament awards presented after we're done eating the main course. And then the evening is yours to enjoy the night entertainment or just hang out with newfound friends, etc. And so on departure day Sunday, some people might have early flights. So we didn't really have anything concrete scheduled, but we are reserving courts from 8 to 10 for open play for those who have maybe a little bit later flight. And checkout time is at 10 a.m., but you can enjoy the resort all the way up until 3 p.m. So your food and beverage, I think, included ends at lunch that day. So maybe plan an afternoon flight so you can take full advantage of the resort amenities. Also, if you're interested in making it an extended vacation, I am more than happy to help you plan either a pre or a post. I know my husband and I maybe want to do a pre-trip excursion to, I don't know, Fort Lauderdale. And if God willing, there's spring training, I want to check out a couple games. So, we're going to extend ours a couple of days just to make it a little bit longer vacation. So if you're interested in doing that, I'm more than happy to help you plan that as well. So what's in it for you and how much does it cost? Well, here we go. Here's the nitty gritty. We've got the cost at $9.95 per person, which is an awesome value. Included your accommodations and meals, beverages, resort activities, night entertainment, all the instruction, swag bag for each player, private cocktail party, basic Wi-Fi. Everybody pays a Club Med membership. And then it also includes cancel for any reason travel insurance, which will give you a future travel certificate in the event you need to cancel. And so we haven't included your airfare or transfers because everybody's situation is different. You might be flying on points. You might want to rent a car. You might want just, Club Med to come get you, whatever. We can work out all those details, but obviously that would be an added cost. So, when you sign up, we'll just talk about all those details and figure out who's going to do what for that. Of course, if you want premium brands of drinks, there may be an upcharge for those. But everything else is included. And so if you're ready to register.
Dana, would you do a rate for if you do not have double occupancy?
I will have to get a price on that, but I would imagine they would just charge you 200%, so double, but I'll find out if there's a special rate for single occupancy.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we also may have I would think we might have several people in the group who might be traveling, you know, just by themselves. And if they wanted to share, and like me, I mean, I'm probably going about, you know, and we've got Sarah too, but anyway, we can work on how best to do that if someone wants to share, which you may, if someone wants an individual by themselves, I bet Ariane can help us with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sheena will let everybody know.
Yeah, I'll keep track of all of that. And if you're, like I said, if your +1 doesn't play pickleball, no problem. The more the merrier, actually. We can only take 20 pickleball players because we have 5 courts and we have 2 coaches. So if your +1 doesn't play pickleball, we can just take more people. That's what that really amounts to. And then to register, I put the link down below, and I will also put it in the chat. Let me copy and paste it and put it in the chat. And then, so $450 is due at registration. That all goes to Club Med. I'll send y'all a credit. Well, when you register, there will be a credit card authorization there. And let's see, chat. Here we go. Sorry. Okay, there's your registration. So look in the chat. And then upon balance due is January 20th. And that includes the rest that goes to Club Med for the balance of your accommodations, and then a $315 donation to G.A.M.E. This is a fundraising trip, so we want to.
It's tax deductible.
And it's tax deductible. So Taylor will get you a tax letter. And that's pretty much all I had to share tonight. I'm going to open up the floor to questions. So if anyone has any questions at all, let me know, or Taylor, or direct it to Ariane, whichever one of us you want to answer it. Any questions? No?
And if someone says, I want to go, but I want more pickleball, I want whatever, you just let us know. It's never enough. I get it. But this was like Shannon said, this is tentative itinerary. To me, it sounds like a really good blend of focused pickleball, fun pickleball, and vacation, just to do what you want to do with whom you would like to do it, and not feel like you have to be on the pickleball court the entire time, or be with, you know, whomever, me, the entire time. You can escape. And I appreciate that, because I know everybody, you know, wants, it's nice to get away for a minute, especially right now.
And it's great to have a balance too, because look at this. This is the resort. I mean, look how awesome this is. Yeah. There's so much to enjoy. We wanted to give you an opportunity to actually enjoy a Club Med experience as well. But like Taylor says, if you want more pickleball, we're happy to get you more pickleball. So
just get Ben Paquette to come with us too. Then we can have more instructors and more people and more courts.
Can I share this with like the general public?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
More the merrier.
I've recorded this, so I will upload the recording to my YouTube channel, and I will send out a link to share. Perfect. So if you want to share it with whomever, just remember we can only take 20 players. So
20.
If we did get more, Shannon, could we reserve more courts and invite another? I mean, is it possible? Or Ariane, maybe that's a question for you. Like, I don't know. Did we talk about this?
If we get more, we'd have to get a lot more so we could afford the other coach.
Right.
Yeah, and we could reserve more courts if they are available. Right now, we've got it with 5.
Okay.
But yeah, if we fill this thing up by the end of the week, then of course we'll look into trying to get additional rooms, and you know, like she says, they're at 65% capacity. So we would need to get those people signed up as soon as possible.
So you all just had a quick question. I don't know if you all saw the chat, sorry. Yeah, so Ben, if you want to share it away. The more the merrier at this point. I mean, we would love to fill the resort up and be able to get you all the pickleball courts, as many as we can. It's just obviously based on availability, and we're at lower occupancy now too. So just keep that in mind. So
And Barbara has a question, I think, for Taylor. Is pickleball for the elementary school students?
Barbara, are you on now? Can you hear me? I can't see you, but that doesn't mean that you're not here. But I just responded.
Here.
Okay. So yes, we offer our classes to all ages. We have, like I said, we have preschool children, and then we've done elementary school children, and even done some work with some high school age kids. And then we incorporate a class. Typically, we will incorporate the adult as well, if a caregiver of some sort. If we're going into a school during the school day, obviously we're not incorporating an adult, but if we're doing something after school or a special event or something, we try to offer for both kids and children, and then children and their adult. Hi,
Thank
Barbara.
you.
Feel free to
Hey there.
unmute yourself if you have a question. I'm sorry I didn't mention that.
I'll send out the white paper to everybody on the like we'll have a list from this call. I can shoot that out to y'all, and you're welcome to, print that out and then follow up with me specifically if you are interested in getting trained. We are going to do a training in January. If you're interested in, bringing it to a different community or whatever, please reach out. I mean, obviously a big part of this is awareness, and we do really want to make sure people are educated about our program and what we're doing. And so the more you can help us do that, the better. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
So just copy down this registration link, the bit.ly.
I did.
Okay, because all of the information is there as well, and it's got the registration form all built in and everything, and we'll take care of the rest. And if you have any questions, here's my email. I'm sure you've probably already gotten some emails from me. There's my email.
And certainly
There is my office phone.
I'll put my information into.
Yeah, definitely ask Taylor. I'm on the board of directors at the National Corvette Museum, and we have our annual wrap-up board meeting tomorrow. So I'm headed up to Bowling Green, Kentucky for that. So I'll be kind of out of pocket tomorrow, but I will be answering my emails first thing in the morning and later at night after our meetings are over. So feel free to reach out, and if you can't reach me, definitely try to get a hold of Taylor, and between the two of us we'll try to answer all your questions.
Yay, thank y'all so much.
All right, if there's no other questions, I just want to thank Taylor for being here and sharing her heart with us. Ariane, you were awesome. I love Club Med, and I really do appreciate everyone attending. We will be sorry, somebody was trying to get in. Okay.
Oh, Coach Mike.
Yeah, Coach Mike's here.
You missed it.
But I will be sending out a link with this recording so y'all can watch it again, share it with anybody. We just want to make this very first Pickleball with Purpose fundraiser trip for G.A.M.E the best it can be, and hopes that we can do it again in subsequent years and maybe go to Cancun or I know Punta Cana. Club Med has some pickleball courts there, and yeah, we want to do this year after year after year. So we're just starting small this year, starting local, and we've got a great option in Florida, and that's pretty much it. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for sharing. It was great, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.